Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Woodville here in City Skylines 2, where we're now watching the beautiful combine harvester plow through the fields, which weirdly is the wrong way for where the crops are planted. But we don't talk about that logic right now. We don't talk about it. And that's because we tried to see if we could solve the issue with the problem that we've been given. That we have a high resource cost. Hold on, let me click on the building that's actually got it right now. Oh, sorry, I'm already on it. A high resource cost for selling food or convenience food. Now, in the last episode, what we'd done was something very, very interesting. I created a surplus of all the goods and all the resources required to create food and convenience food. So we've now got a surplus of vegetables, a surplus of livestock, a surplus of grain, which allowed us then to go on to create material goods, which gave us a surplus of food and a surplus of convenience food, meaning, right, we didn't need to import anything. We were creating it ourselves. Then what I'd done was I made sure the taxation on this stuff was like super low. So food, convenience food, grain, vegetables, all that jazz going down to livestock is all set to 0%. I'm not taxing them on producing it. And then I made sure that we're not taxing them on selling it. Then at that point, it's completely free in terms of a taxation standpoint to sell convenience food or food in the region. And we still have the issue. Now, this all started when I placed down this bank, and somebody left a comment on the last episode. I do apologize for forgetting who wrote it right now. But they said, yo, Seniac, didn't you have this same issue in your last City Skyline series when you placed down the bank? I don't think it's an issue with what I'm doing. I think it's a bug with the bank, because the bank was meant to increase the export cost by 5% and decrease the import cost by 5%, which means I saved money, made more money, overall made more money. And I'm trying to remember right now, I'm thinking, wait, I think I did have this issue in my previous series. So I did try to turn it off last episode, but I think having it here is not good. So I'm going to delete the bank, okay? I've deleted the bank. The people do not like it. But let's see if this now changes anything. This will be really, really interesting. So we'll see by the end of this episode then if these little high resource cost icons disappear. We'll see. But I think it is an issue with the bank. The bank is bugged. And if that is the case, I did my previous series quite some time ago. So this bug, if it is a bug, has been in the game for a while. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the series. If you are enjoying the episode and the series so far, please make sure you smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new so you do get notified when more episodes do come out. Now, I'm going to throw it out there, boys. I don't think there'll be many episodes of this series remaining anyway. So as we try and finalize the last few bits and bobs, I just want to say right now, if you want to be able to download this game, should I upload it to the Paradox mod site on City Skylines? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, I want to focus on a new problem that I have not really paid much attention to. Now, if we go and check unemployment, you'll see that almost 2% people are unemployed, which is not an issue until I realize why that is. We are maxing out the uneducated, poorly educated jobs. We're struggling to push them up. To be honest with you, right, we don't really have that many jobs available. We have 142 positions available, but we can't climb them up the ladder to get rid of them quick enough. Obviously, we've got to provide more jobs. That's something I've got to keep doing right now. But it led me on to take a look at our education. Now, our education is abysmal. High school and elementary is so far down in the red right now. How have I neglected this for so long? I actually don't know. Boys. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and go a little bit education crazy right now to make sure and ensure everybody has the availability to go to school. And seeing as we've got rid of the bank here, I don't see me adding this back in again right now. Even if that was not the issue, I'm just probably not going to add it back in. So why don't I start by utilizing some schooling here? Now, we've got quite a big space. And I just need to double check. I know in downtown Redwood here, we utilize this huge school. Where is it there? It's a Southwest Elementary School. It's a big complex because you can add a bunch of like annex buildings, and it's got the population of that school up to 8,500. So if I do the same type of school over here, we need the Southwest High School. Where is it? Is it? No, that's the elementary school. Wait, is it the elementary school? No, it's not the elementary school, is it? It's the... Right, I'm confused right now. Was it an elementary school or a high school? It was a elementary school. Yes, there we go. Of course, yeah, because I've got so much demand for elementary. What am I thinking right now? What is going on with your boy? Right, so if I place this, and this might take a couple of maneuverings right now to kind of figure out where the best placement for this stuff is. So the annex building gives us the capacity of 750 additional. And I just want to see how big this... So I can fit 2 in there. So I could do 1 there. Actually, no, I can't. They're 4 wide. So if I move this down by 1... There we go. And I can then squeeze in another annex building just there. Now, we do have the additional classroom building, which adds on to the building itself. And the arts and music building. The rest of this is just pure annex. So let's see how far I could take all of this. So if you went there... Can I not squeeze you in? What if I put you there, you there? Could I then squeeze... Wow, you're telling me I cannot squeeze... You're telling me right now I cannot squeeze the building to kind of stick to the edge there? I could do if I kind of anarchied it. Oh, that's annoying, how we can't go 1 over. Right, okay, I need a game plan here, boys. I need a game plan. I think what I'll do is I'll try and get in as close as I can here. You there. Right, we'll do a building there. I can do 2 buildings there and a building there. I think I'm going to reposition this one. Right, this is a lot of capacity. Okay. I can't express how much capacity this now is. It's now 9,250. That is ridiculous. Now, this is obviously going to serve the whole region. We'll come back to that and we'll finalize some of the extra bits. That's going to kind of, you know, do the whole region. So I think I'm going to do another little one over here. Now, I do have this space at the back of this train station, so building a school there would be a pretty good idea for this whole side of the region, because they just got to get to the train station, whether it's on a bus or from the train, stops at many locations. Ease of access. Now, I wonder if I can kind of build it where it crosses over to this side as well. That would kind of be interesting. Now, let me just get the actual road built across here. So we have access to the back of the train station, which is fantastic, boys. Right, that apparently can't run through, but that's nothing a little bit of anarchy can't solve right now. And I reckon if because I can't go for the underpass or overpass because of the way the train line is. But if I mimic to where we have the road there, let's just roll with that for a second and drop a beautiful one of these schools now in. So I'm going to pull it here. No, I'm going to pull it here. Okay, I'm going to pull it right there. We'll add the usual suspects first, so the 2 buildings are integrated within it. And then what I'll do is I'll build a perimeter road going around it. What I would normally kind of do in this situation. So go down to there, and then we've got our beautiful little perimeter. And then from this, obviously we've got to bring the power and the water and stuff over. From this, I get to add in a bunch of annex buildings. So I could do 1 there. And I think the way the road is going to slightly throw me off. If I get rid of the snap... Oh, no, what have I done? I pressed the button I didn't mean to. Right, I wanted to get rid of the snapping. Which means I get that very awkward... I'm going to have to put like another road in the middle or something like that. So let me put the snapping back on. Right, I'm not going to go too far. Because it might seem a little bit wild. So let me do a... Let's do like an alleyway style road. I want to bring that down to there and allow that to cut across here. And then we'll drop a couple of these additional annex buildings in. And we're going to plant a bunch of trees around and make it look like real nice. And I'm going to build a high school in that side. So I don't know whether it's worth me doing anything here to be able to access this a little bit easier? I'm going to say no. I'm going to leave it like that because I can build like a nice little schooling complex here. Right, let me get the water and the power situation all set up. So we just got to kind of upgrade that little bit of highway road. And then the sewage and the water just needs to be connected like here. And then that's all up and running. That gives us a grand total of 7,000 capacity. So that'll kind of alleviate a lot of pressures. Now, does it get us out the red? It actually does for elementary school. So that works in our favor. So eligibility is 33,000. We've got 39. Okay, we've got a lot of capacity. We've got 5,500 additional capacity to what we need. Right, let's take a look then at the high school. Now, we do have like this variant of a high school. This is the Southwest one. We might need to go for something a little bit different. But I'm curious to see what we've been using for... We've been using the city high school, haven't we? Right, I'm curious to see what I can kind of utilize to kind of build like a nice complex again. So, let's see. We've got the city high school, which is not a problem. It's just not as big as I was... I mean, that's a really nice building. It's just way too big for us, though, isn't it? It is way... I mean, it could have gone there before I built that there, but it's okay. It's okay, boys. It's okay. We'll go for something a little bit different then. So we got... These are colleges and high school. You got the normal high school there. You got the small high school. That's 800. I might have to go for the city one, boys. There's nothing stopping me kind of placing down multiple city ones. So if I extended this road just to go up a little bit here... Just for now. So what can I add to this then? I can make it taller. I can add the little playground on top. It doesn't feel right though, does it? I mean, it's not an issue. It's just, I ain't got that vibe off it at the moment. Now, that obviously will increase the capacities for high school. But we need to do a little bit more. I don't think there's any more needed in that area. I think we can get away with that. It's probably just a case of around here implementing like a city one. And I'm going to do it in this little facility here. So, City High School on the bend, what we saying? Does that work? I'm hoping it works. So, bam, bam. So, it should provide me with the capacity. I won't say that's the best positioning for it. I might have to redo it. Okay, we're going to go here. I've gone there instead. Did it ruin all my zoning? It low-key kind of did. Right. We give some mixed zone in there. We get like a different style of building coming in. Right, I still got to plant all the trees and stuff down. So that puts us slightly in the green, but I wouldn't say I'm completely happy with it. We don't really have any colleges in this area, but we don't really need any of it. So I think we can kind of get away with it. So let me just place down a few little trees just for my sanity on it looking kind of okay. So I want to do like the actual placement of the manual ones. Okay, we now got one on the road there. Do you know what? Actually, quite nice on the road there. There we go. Do you know what? That actually looks quite nice. Yeah. We'll leave it like that there. We'll leave it like that there. Where am I? I'm back over here again now. So let me just drop a couple of trees down here on the little kind of campus area that we've now set up. And we're just going to create a nice little kind of wooded area. Now, apparently there's an issue here. No car access. I'll flip the school round instead. I don't think they were liking that setup too much. Right, there we go. So that provides a lot more schooling opportunities. And that should keep us going for quite some time. So now that they can get educated, they can climb the job kind of market, if that's the best way to put it. Which means I could now start implementing more working opportunities. Now, would we set at this high resource cost thing is disappearing yet? I don't think it is. But again, we'll still give it a little bit of time. Right, so we need to provide more working opportunities. So I think the first thing I'm going to take a look at is the high capacity buildings like the paper mill or the paper factory. Those are always really good to providing lots of jobs. We've got one over here, which is great. I know we've got one over there. I think we've got one over here as well, right? Incineration plants. Do I have one over here? I don't think I do, right? Paper factory. It's right there. How am I so blind? Now, I think one within this area would be pretty good. I don't think I can squeeze it there. A little bit tight in these areas. Yeah, going to be way too tight to squeeze it in these areas. But there's nothing stopping me kind of implementing them just slightly off the beaten track. That makes sense? Just slightly off the beaten track. So, where could I throw it in? I mean, I could always put a second one there, but I don't want to. I feel like we might need to do some kind of land reclamation here to kind of be able to squeeze one in. What about right opposite here, just there? I don't think that's such a bad place for it. It's near the train station, so it's like a walkable distance to kind of get people here. Right, let me play around here. So if I came out here by a... What's that to there, by the way? Do we know? So around about a 78. So we'll go 80. Right, build that there. Let's get another one in, and let me try and make this central, which it's difficult. It's always difficult to tell. So I've anarchied it in, and then we'll landscape it. We'll slightly landscape it now. So level brush, or should I do smoothie brush? Let's go smoothie brush. Okay, I might have to go level brush here instead. Oh no, smooth. That's not the smoothie brush. Whoopsie, I made an oopsie. There we go. Okay. Right, very good, very good. Let me build this road going around. Now, normally I would do like the alley style road, but I'm going to go for like a chunky road on this one. Right, all the way around. We'll put down the rest of the trees as well. I've anarchied those in, but it still should do the job. Still should do the same job. So that provides a lot of jobs right now. Because they can use the waterways as like a way to cool down the plant. I don't know if that's a thing they'll do, but I don't know if they even need water. But there we go. That in itself provides up to 529 jobs. So instant availability right there of 500 jobs. So, which they instantly suck up straight away. No questions asked. But now we have to kind of place down some actual factory jobs. So, can't do much. Oh, I can do a little bit there. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, because that's part of... it's part of that build, which is really annoying, isn't it? That is kind of low-key annoying. We have a little bit of dead space down here. Which I could bring... Ooh, that went slightly wonky, didn't it? Now, I don't think I'll add a connection there, because I don't want too many junctions. That's fine to be the junction to kind of come into this area. Right, keep that like that. There is the road there against the building, which is important for us. And then we'll just come up slightly there. Just going to come down slightly there. And I'm not going to do much else. Okay. And we'll play around with how far we want to push the zoning down. So I'm just going to go to there. I'm going to keep this kind of open a little bit. Create a little area there. Oh, we've got some shenanigans here on the go now, don't we? Let's see if we can solve this a little bit better. So pause it real quick. And I'm going to do a 4-lane road upgrade just to there. And then we'll do a 3-lane upgrade. Not for the full shebang. I'm going to do it to just here. And then the 3-lane upgrade we're going to implement there. Delete ya. Delete ya, boy. To see if I can then do the same thing here. So if I pick... Let's go here on that. To there. And then we want the asymmetrical road leading out. So delete you. Oh, I don't think it works that well here, but... Little bit of anarchy will solve this. And then turn the traffic lights off. There. You've got that dedicated right turn. Okay. Now, only for those guys. So let me just wait for these to make their way through. Come on, guys. Someone make a move right now. Someone make a move. We might need to like an overpass for these guys. Right, I want these to clear. I know I've done the wrong type of road to do this. I get that. And I think having the bend going this way is also a good idea. So if I incorporate the asymmetrical and... Okay, we have to bring it a little bit further down. So if I brought it to here... Upgrade you. And then if I went 4-lane there. And then went like that with you. That should alleviate the right turn a bit more. So give this a few seconds then. So it should be less vehicles making their way over here right now. Obviously we got these coming through, but just give them a moment. I could drop a roundabout down. That is another option. But let me just see when this right turn here is in full fashion. I just want to see when they start using this. Because if nobody uses it, then obviously it's not a highly sought after, not a highly demanding road. Where's that's going down to the industry area, isn't it? Yeah. Right, we might, boys, we might have to play around with a slight roundabout. I was hoping there's going to be a little bit more freedom and movement. Having a complete overpass is also a good idea. But I think I'm waiting for nothing here. Right, let me throw a little roundabout in right now. So if I do a small one, or should I go slightly a little bit larger? Right, I'm going to drop a normal size. Well, I think that's a medium one, right? Now, I could upgrade it to have 2 lanes. But then all it's going to do is slow down these guys, because they have to wait. Because the traffic rules say that these guys have to give way to the left. But it's instantly cleared my backlog anyway. And now these guys have got the freedom to pass through. I don't know. I don't know at this point. We've still got these having the dedicated right turn to lead out. They've got the dedicated left. We'll see. We'll see. I could also upgrade that to have 2 lanes on the roundabout, which, you know, twice as many vehicles then going through. Right, okay, so forgetting that anyway, we've added more jobs in with all these additional extra factories, so that would have increased more availability. And again, the fact that more people can get educated, they can climb the corporate ladder, which is always a good thing for us. Right, we've got a huge industrial over there, which is ridiculous. Okay, it is ridiculous. I don't feel that we are seeing these issues disappear. That is what I'm feeling right now. Those issues are not going to skedaddle. Now, do we need more office work? How many jobs do the offices do, provide in general? They can actually be pretty good. They can be pretty good. So I might just do a couple leading down here now. So keeping it to 3x3s, which I think is pretty nice in this area. Might do a slightly larger one there. But the demand gets spent pretty quickly anyway. It really does. Right, that has solved it anyway. I think the roundabout was all that was needed in reality. Those extra slip roads are beneficial, don't get me wrong. But we don't need anything like this. It's nice to see it looking kind of busy right now as well. All the vehicles making their directions. It is pretty nice. And how busy are these two roads? This one's always going to be busy because it is, the legit bypass road. So that kind of does make sense. Yeah, I don't see these issues disappearing. Could it be one of those things where I have to like save and reload the game for them to update, you reckon? I don't ultimately know at this point. They have the goods to sell. I could delete all the buildings. But then again, these guys over here are selling convenience food, no issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all the buildings that are complaining in this area. And I want to see if they come back and complain after being deleted. There's one just there as well. I mean, they're instantly complaining already without even being built. So I don't know really what to say about that now. Do you reckon just placing it down just bugs my game anyway? Do you reckon that's what happens? Because they're instantly complaining. The only thing I can actually do right now is pay them to sell the goods. I don't know whether I should go that far. I don't know whether I should or not. It's a tough one. It is a tough one, but a lot of these new factories, some of these will be producing food, as you can tell. So, you get your surplus coming through there as well. Right, how many jobs are these providing? A handful, but there will be like high education levels. There would be high education levels. So do you think we need to build a few more industrial parks right now? To be able to produce more goods in general? We might need some new industrial areas just to provide adequate amount of workplaces. Okay. So the question's going to be, where would it be the easiest to do? I think with all this infrastructure we've got around here, surely somewhere around here makes sense. I know we can extend on what we currently got, which is fine. But I think building a new one would also be great as well. Because you have train lines running. Imagine we turn this whole section here into an industrial park. Access to glorious highways. Train lines running through. For cargo and whatnot. There's even 2 sets of train lines over there. It could work out. It could very easily work out. Maybe that's what we're going to have to do in the future. Yes, yes. Right, these buildings should have now built back. And they are still complaining about the high resource cost. So, in reality, the only thing left for me to actually do is to say to these guys, you know what? I'll pay you 5% to sell the convenience food and food. Surely at that point there, the high resource cost doesn't come into the equation. And I'll take it a step further. Okay, we'll take it a step further. That's just to make the goods or import the goods. This is now to sell the goods or taxing the actual building itself. The actual resources, so the grain is going to be minus 5%, the vegetables minus 5%, and then the livestock as well, minus 5%. So every step along this supply train for the customer to get their food in their house is minus 5%. So that adds up over time. So surely that cannot be the issue. Hold on. I was about to say, is there a difference if it being mixed zoning, but that's just a normal commercial zone there. And they're still complaining. We'll see. We'll see, but I don't see that issue going anywhere at this point. I am now paying them to sell it. How can the resource cost be any higher at this point? It just can't be. It just can't be. This is looking very busy, isn't it? This is looking extremely busy. I wonder if we did like a one-way road here. Whether that might be a bit more handier. Well, let me do that there, because the way that they come in and out. So just give them a second right now. Or to flip around. So the way that they come in and out is kind of set up perfectly for the entry point to the airport. Could be the wrong thing to do, like many things. But I'm wondering if that's a little bit more efficient. Speeding up the process means we can load and unload vehicles quicker. Thus, it does create this issue, though. But that's only because I've had to reroute everything. Let's just see what happens moving forward. So the backlog will eventually die down, don't get me wrong. It will eventually die down. But this is why you need more trains coming in to import and export the goods. So it's also figuring out where these vehicles are going. So they're going down to there. Even though you've got this right here. Oh, I will never know. I will never know. I will never know, boys. Right, so I think it's a case of... We'll do that way. We'll do that way, that this way, and then that way. Right, that should now switch us up a little bit better. And that should get the vehicles going to where they need to get to. A little bit more ease. A little bit more ease right now. So give them time just to kind of rejig themselves, because they're completely all over the place again. They're having to navigate so many issues right now. I'm just gotta wait for these to clear this junction. And then we're all good. We're all good at that point. So they should mainly, hopefully, start coming from this direction. That's what we're hoping for anyway. But like many things, it's probably still the wrong thing to do. So we'll see. Okay, that's now cleared the junction, so just gotta wait for them to kind of go around the circle. For everybody who's in the wrong direction. Right, come on. Fools, you're almost there. You're almost clearing it now, so we can have some serious movement. Have you already been there? Where are you going? Oh, okay. You're having to go all the way around. Right, that makes sense. You're going in. You're going out. You're going in. Okay. Okay. But now that's clearing, so We'll truly see the shenanigans taking place now. Give it time for the backlog to clear, boys. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. And I feel like it is slightly clearing. It's just about to reroute them several times, so they don't know whether they're coming or going at this point. But I think it's better to have this system, though. In, out, no one crosses anybody. Makes life easier. And that backlog is now dying down dramatically. So give it a few minutes just to kind of settle down, and then we'll see where they are then. Okay, this thing is not going anywhere. The bank, getting rid of the bank did not fix it. Reducing taxes did not fix it. Yeah. I don't think there's much else I can do. We are making extreme high amounts of profit, so do you reckon like reducing taxation overall is a good idea? So 8% down. Down to 8% on the residential side. Gives more people money in their pockets. Yeah, we can financially support that, right? Right, this vehicle backlog is almost done. Just waiting for the final few vehicles to clear through, and then this backlog will start dying down. It's going to backlog onto here for a minute. But once this is all cleared here, they'll start moving a bit more. I just got to wait for trains to make their way through first. I mean, that's not a good idea, is it? It's never a good idea. Damn, they're waiting for all the trains now, aren't they? This is the wrong time to wait for trains, boys. Right, go. Green light, go. Right, that's going to be an issue, actually. But then again, it was always happening here. So, we'll see. Like many things, it's either a good thing or a bad thing. But I could do a dedicated left turn there, and then the straight on is in the right lane. But again, it's the initial backlog I'm waiting for it to kind of get rid of. Right, I'm just going to ignore it for a second, guys. I'm just going to ignore it for a second. So, if the bank, if getting rid of the bank has not solved it, and now I'm paying them to have the goods, I don't know what else I can ultimately do at this point. I think having like additional export points could also be a good idea. We've got plenty of convenience food available right now. Who reckons we should build a secondary cargo airport? Up and around this area? Could be a good potential. Because it's the quickest way to get in and out of the region, isn't it? Right, it's dying down now, this backlog. I know it's still here. But this whole crossing of the train tracks is not good. And it's on the junction of this building as well. Right, Sonic, how long are you going to stare at it before you do something about it? No, I know. I'm going to do it now. So I know it's a road that we're not going to be able to build on. So if I get rid of the snap. Oh, am I bent? Yeah. Right. To there. To there. Right, just roll with it for a second. Right, that's going to get oofed. Right, uninterrupted service now, going up and over. I've done it as like a highway style road as well. And I'm going to do the same on this. I'm going to drop a roundabout. We'll do the same roundabout. There we go, because that's going to cause issues going down there. At least we've got some consistent movement on the go then at this point. So someone's always flowing at this point. There we go. And I think I'm just might be slightly overloading this airport in general. Where are all these vehicles coming from? So you've come from Softends. Where are you? I don't get why they're coming from over here to there. Do I just not have a train line that goes that way? Woodville Cargo Loop, Driftwood. No, I don't. I don't think I do. I don't know if this is going to work. But I've built another train line that goes back and forth from there, hoping that will solve the issue. So what I've just created is, inadvertently, this line. Which if I change the color to red, it comes down there, it goes into there to stop the turn around to go back. I don't know if that's going to cause any traffic issues. We shall see. But a lot of vehicles are coming from that way. We've all cleared all this now, so I'm hoping they can maybe use the train instead. Now, I'm assuming these cargo planes, the amount of cargo coming in and out, these planes are going to be pretty filled to the brim. But no, it's leaving empty. So are they just storing? Is that what they're doing? I think they might be just storing. Right, are you part of my new train? Right, this is my red route that I've just created, this train. Does it load up? It loads up some, which is less vehicles that I've got to drive to the airport. Oh, like, that's a weird little bend, isn't it? Alright, let's pay attention to this, boys. And it hits the passing point there, which we might need to actually increase the length of that passing point with this extra train on. Oh, hold on. Is this the wrong line? Or is it now changed direction? Okay, it goes there instead. Fair enough. Again, it's all set up beautifully. Everyone takes their time. But I wonder if it now takes goods back. That'll be interesting to find out. Right, in it comes. And it takes, yeah, it takes some textiles back. That's not a problem. I think that passing point there is not going to be long enough now, so we might need to just make it a tad bit longer. Or you should be elevated. Why is that not elevating? There we go. Right, I've just made the passing point a little bit longer. I mean, I could bring it all the way down. It's not like an issue. Oh, hello. What did I just press then for that to happen? Oh, I toggled packs. We'll do it there just before the bend. Long enough, they can now wait. It's now going back with pharmaceuticals and timber on board. Right. We'll see. But the backlog's died down. It's now only to here. And it's because there's people crossing the damn road. Oh yeah, because they're going to the airport. I forgot about that bit. I forgot they wanted to go to the airport, guys. You know, it's almost like they want to go to other destinations. How dare they right now? How dare they? But I'll end it here anyway, boys. Hasn't solved the issue. But we have solved other issues with educating more people, which is a good thing. So, education. Oh my goodness me. We're slowly going back into the red with high schools. We've got the capacity still available. Eligibility is pretty high. But more and more people want to be educated. Absolutely crazy right now. The job market is going through the roof. But, yeah, we'll leave it there. If you got any other suggestions of what I could do to make them not complain about high resource costs, let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.